Hello community, I hope you are doing good. In this discussion we will see how to use unlink special command, and in case you missed previous discussion about how to use delete special command, please check, link is given in the description. If you want to learn more about Odoo, you can visit the Weblands channel. Under the home screen you can see Odoo 17 and 18 development tutorial. Right now we are working on this playlist. If you are a beginner and want to learn from the beginning, you can visit this playlist because this is the main playlist and those are the topic wise sub playlist available. Alright, and guys, if you didn't subscribe this channel, please subscribe. It will help me a lot, plus you will also get the latest notification about the upcoming sessions. So let's back to our main topic, how we can use unlink special command. Okay, so for example, if I'm going to the contacts, let me refresh the screen. In the configuration in the contact page, right now you can see I have also added directly these IDs. Okay, what is the purpose? I will show you in this discussion why we need to use these IDs. Okay, so let me duplicate this tab. Let me go to here in the contacts. Let me open this profile. In this profile you can see these tags. If you hover here, it says category underscore ID is a field, and if you observe here as a type, you can see here many to many, right here. So that means you can add here multiple records, right, as many. So that is the specific many to many field, right? You can store as much records here. So here this is the res.partner as a model name, right? And if you hover here, you can see res.partner.category is the model name, right, for this tag field. Here what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to delete this record and save, right? But I'm not trying to permanently remove that specific record. So let's say if I'm trying to again select the vendor, let me show. If you remember in our previous session, I already talked about once you delete this one and once you click to this button, right, in the save button, after automatically permanently delete the cells or the line from the database. But in this case, I don't want to use delete the permanently from the database, right? It's just unlink this vendor profile from this record only. Okay, so that is the main topic today. So now if I'm going to open the student profile, the model right here, I'm going to show you a one more thing, which is the class. So let me copy this one, let me paste here partner, okay, and here I am using res.partner. Let me uncomment, let me copy this one and paste here, insert the cell, right here. Let's say self wells. That's it. Now let me restart the service. Guys, if you don't know how to configure Odoo in PyCharm, please check editor level playlist. I already explained everything. Okay, so what is the purpose of this method, right? Here you can see. So here let's say once I will click remove this vendor and save the record, right? If you see here, it's called the write method, right? And now you can see here it's a 15. Let's confirm from here front end. You can see here the 15, right? This one. Now what happened is I just deleted one specific record. So here it's used 3 comma, right, and this one is the ID. So let's verify the vendor. So you can see the vendor ID is 1, correct? So that's the reason they used here ID. Now surprisingly, Odoo is still using the old special command number. Number means this one, the 3. We already talked about 0, 1 and 2. What is the purpose with the real test case, right? And now this is the third number, special command. Now we will also implement the same thing. Might be you will also have questions why it is like this, right? Here you can see this 27, 34 and 28. Those are the sub contacts. Okay, so don't worry about this part. Partners automatically update. So we don't need to focus about here. We just need to focus about the single record. Okay, so I hope you understood about this part. Let me comment it out from here. Okay, let me copy this one. Let me minimize, and here you see we talked about the second special command. Okay, so we don't need to comment this part. Okay, and here now let's say, oh yeah, so we have to also comment out this part. So here partner equal to self.env res dot partner dot browse 15, right? Let me print self, and here you see the partner, right? And here I'm going to delete let's say prospects. So what is the ID? You can see the 2, right? So what I will do is, like, I will use here like main bracket. In a main bracket I will pass here the special command, which is the 3, then after comma and the ID. Okay, and simple like partner dot write. Here I have to use that specific name, field name. So that name is the category underscore ID. Then after comma and simple I will paste here this value. Okay, and now simple restart the service. I'm going to let's say here I'm going to students school and this button. So this is, once I click to this button, automatically this method call. Okay, so that's the reason I'm using that button. So once I click here, right now you can see these 2 records available here, right? Once I will refresh, now you can see the 1 is gone, right? And if you see here, it's not permanently delete. You can see still it's there, right? So that is the main purpose of the unlink special command. So let's say here one more time, vendor employees. Right now total 4 records I have selected, right, for this contact. Now here I will click to this button, but not only the 1 but more than 1 IDs I want to delete. So first thing is I have to do comma, then after here I have to paste here again the 3 comma, and here let's say the 5 1, right, 5 and the 1. So total 3 records I will remove from that records only. Again, I'm not trying to permanently delete these records, okay, from here. So let's say once I click, now you can see here it's available only 1, but if you refresh here, it's not permanently delete, right, using the unlink special command. Let's say one more time I'm trying to add here all these logs. So this is what about the special command with the number, right? What about like if you don't want to use the special number, but instead you have to use here the command name? So that's also possible. For that you have to do like here from odoo.fields import and the command. Okay, and using that command, here you have to do something like this: command dot unlink. In the parameter you have to pass the ID, comma, and let's say if you have a multiple records, you can just do like this, and we have to remove these IDs, right? And let me again restart the service one more time. Once I will click to this button and refresh the screen, you can see it's available like this, right? And once I refresh the screen, you can see it's not available here. Another thing is once I click here, right, so that means it's again call, okay, that specific number, this ID I have to unlink this one 2 5 and 1. It's not available, still it's fine, it will not rise any error message. Okay, another thing is, let's say if you are trying to use the different name, the different ID, right, which is not exist in the database. You can see maximum ID is 7, right? You can see still it's not rise the error message. Why? Because it's just unlink from this database, from this record, and here it's not match with the particular ID. Okay, but let's say in case I'm not using here unlink but delete, right, so that means it will first check into the database, right? Okay, so I hope you understood about this topic with the special number and using the name. Okay, if you still have any doubt related to this topic, please comment below and see you in our next session.